Welcome back. This is the Pulse here on Joy News. Now let's deal with some other stories before we go. Now, once discarded as trash, plastic is now paying the bills for some of Accra's most determined workers. At Old Lavender Hill here at Koligono, a former dumping ground is now a place of new beginning. Among them is Victoria Kugali, a plastic collector and mother of 3 who is rebuilding her life on plastics. Jemima Andop has more in our climate focus series.
Victoria Kugali never imagined she would find her job in a place most people avoid: plastic recycling. She came to Accra from the Volta region not to sort trash, but to rebuild her future.
I was a student, but I couldn't complete my education. I came here trying to find something to do so that I can continue with my education, but all happened when I became pregnant, so I have to stop. And now I'm a mother of 3 kids.
With no one to turn to and no stable income enough to feed her family, Victoria tried many things. The money was never enough until she found work at Asante Recycling Enterprise.
As I entered into the recycling business, I think things are okay for me now. I can take out the kids. Though it's not easy for me, but it's far, far better than the other one that I've engaged myself in. And moreover too, I've done this work for 6 to 7 years now. Here, I'm a worker and at the same time an assistant as a supervisor.
Victoria is one of dozens working here at Old Lavender Hills in Koligono, where plastic waste has turned into jobs and a cleaner environment. Once a symbol of Accra's waste management failure, this area is now home to one of the capital's most impactful recycling efforts.
The way the rubbers and everything go to the gutter, and then we discuss when to take it. After we take it and sell for the people, after we decide so we want to buy the machine, and then we recycle it, crash it, and then we sell for people.
In a city where plastic often blocks drains and litters the streets, every bottle recycled here helps make Accra cleaner. The impact goes beyond the facility walls. In the alleyways of Accra, waste collector Michael Odate follows this ecosystem.
This plastic rubbers, not only this one, then you can collect. Even bottles and things, the other things, you can gain to get money. So I'm telling my friends other out, say they must come and join us to do this work. Then everybody will get some small money. But when they are outside there and they say government, that government cannot give you work. You must work and find a job to do.
For women like Victoria, recycling is not just survival, it is a source of pride. She still dreams of becoming a nurse or an accountant.
I've also gathered some small money that I'll be using to be buying the goods. Because me working for someone to pay me alone cannot cater for my kids. It will not suffice me. So I decided at least when I have like maybe 1,000, I can buy goods and I can get interest. And through that interest, I can save some and I can also use some to cater for my kids and myself. I wish I can continue with my education. There are works in Ghana that when we do, we can cater for ourselves and our kids without even.
Well, meanwhile, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has announced plans to implement a comprehensive waste management and recycling plan later this month. The EPA says this will reduce the harm that waste is causing the environment, especially plastic, subsequently banning the product in Ghana. Chief Executive Officer of the EPA, Professor Nanama Brankluche, announced this at the commissioning of the Ketu North EPA office in Georgia.
The World Economic Forum predicts that 16 million tons of plastic waste will enter the Earth's ocean by 2030 if no action is taken. Ghana's water bodies and drains are not spared, as plastic waste is usually not disposed of well, leading to flooding. This informed a decision by the Environmental Protection Authority to ban the product. Professor Nana Amakluche is the Chief Executive Officer of the EPA.
After 5th of June, there will be a lot of activities on plastics. We want to reduce plastic waste in the country because they harm the environment. They are not easily degradable. They are not biodegradable. So when it gets to the soil, it stays there for thousands of years. They don't degrade and they affect the soil. So we want to avoid plastic waste as much as possible in the country. We're trying to ban plastics in Ghana. We want to do it slowly. We first must collect what is in the system, and then we want to provide alternatives to these plastics. Then we can reduce the waste as much as possible.
The EPA is implementing a decentralization exercise. The authority commissioned its first district office in the Keto North municipality of the Volta region.
It's the first district or municipal office. EPA has regional offices and area offices. But as we are getting to localize or decentralize our activities, we need district office. We know sand winning is an issue here, it's a challenge here. We are pleading with the chiefs and elders and communities to also guide against environmental degradation through sand winning in this constituency.
The Member of Parliament for Keto North, Edem Agbana, believes the provision of the EPA office would enhance regulation in his jurisdiction.
Many of the people obtaining even building permits do not have the EPA permit because there was a challenge with the proximity to the offices where they could acquire or they could get assistance to acquire those permits. But with this office being the very first district office for the EPA, it's an honor that we are putting in motion. We are putting in motion a vision that we believe will yield enormous benefit to the good people of Keto North and to Ghana as well.
The team earlier educated students of the Wovenu and Chojepeni senior high schools on the need to protect the environment and plant trees. There were symbolic tree planting by Mr. Agbana and Professor Kluche ahead of the World Environmental Day celebration on 5th June 2025. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Joje.
And Water Aid Ghana, in partnership with Guinness, Ghana has also commissioned 2 water expansion projects in Nandoli and Nandon towns that can produce 200,000 cubic meters of water annually. Guinness Ghana Bureau for the past 5 years has commissioned 13 of such water facilities in the country. These projects will boost water supply in the respective towns. Rafiq Salam reports.
The Nandoli Township is one of the fastest growing towns in the Upper West region. Out of a population of 86,000 people that resides in the Nandoli-Keleo district, 6,201 are located here at Nandoli. The Greater Nandoli Enclave depends on the Community Water and Sanitation Agency, CWSA, for water. They have an 80 cubic meter capacity overhead tank that supplies water to 530 domestic customers and 12 standpipes. The daily demand of water consumption in the area has far outweighed the capacity of the water pumped daily from the high-rising tank. As a result, water supply here is erratic as it's been rationed. All, however, will be a thing of the past. Water Aid Ghana, in partnership with Guinness Ghana Breweries PLC, in collaboration with CWSA and the Nandoli-Keleo District Assembly, will support from Enterprise Limited, commissioned the Nandoli Water Expansion Project. Under the Water for Life project, 2 towns in the Upper West region, namely Nandoli and Nandom, have their water supply systems expanded to enable them pump 200,000 cubic meters of water. The project will save over 88,000 people in the 2 towns. Water Aid Country Director Ibrahim Fanyi Akofol threw further light on the projects.
The focus of this project is really making sure that we are supporting CWSA and our local authorities to provide water, safe drinking water for everybody everywhere. And this year we've done this water expansion with CWSA in 2 locations, that is the Nandom and the Nandoli. All together we are expanding about 200,000 cubic meters of water to 80,000 people in these regions. The hope is that through this project, people will have access to water every day. Young children, of course, don't have to journey for hours to get water before they go to school. Households will have access to water to cook, to bath, to do their household chores. But most importantly, our healthcare facilities that also access water from CWSA will have adequate water to enable them manage their wash, infection prevention and control at the facility.
Corporate Relations Director for Guinness Ghana Brewers PLC, Sylvia Uso Ankoma, disclosed that for the past 5 years, her outfit has identified communities that have challenges with water, with a commitment that they provide them with clean drinking water and also equip them with water, sanitation, and health education to ensure that it is a priority for the communities.
13 of these projects have been commissioned across Ghana, mostly in the Upper East, Upper West region. And we've been very deliberate in choosing these communities because they also fall within communities where we source our local raw materials, which is sorghum and maize from these communities. Guinness Ghana turns 65 this year, and it's also our commitment that for the next 65 years, we'll continue to partner with our communities, ensure that their livelihoods are improved and that it's a shared, growth for all of us to develop Ghana.
She noted that the project is also a way of showing their appreciation and to say thank you to the communities that they are getting their raw materials from.
We think in communities where we source our raw materials, we sell our products, we manufacture our products, we ensure that there's end-to-end sustainability. We call it grain-to-glass sustainability. We source our grain, we produce our grains into products that our consumers then get to enjoy, the beautiful products that you experience from Guinness Ghana, which are all locally manufactured from our Guinness Extra Foreign Stout, Malta Guinness, Star, ABC, and all the other products that you know from Guinness Ghana.
The rationing of water from the water systems here does not only affect the lives of domestic consumers, but critical health and emergency services as well. One of them is the Nodule Sub-Health Center.
We are told that this health center for days could go without water, and this water tank currently placed here could be weeks without water. But thanks to this new project that was commissioned in the community, they can now boast of water. You can see clearly that anytime that they want water, they have it right at their doorstep.
I am so overwhelmed because when you look at it, we have filled our reservoir to the brim. If you go inside the facility, we have filled all our containers. As of now, the water is still running. So I'm so happy.
Nadulu West Systems Manager of CWSA, Abdul Salam Murtada, is excited that with the coming into being of an additional water tank, it will enable them not only to be water sufficient, but to extend it to upland areas as well.
I'm quite sure we'll be having a lot of water to be able to push this particular kind of water, to be able to push water to the upland areas. Definitely, I know it will be some kind of relief to the people in Nadoli, because sometimes for a full day or two, you will not be having water. But through this collaboration between Guinness Ghana and Water Aid, I'm quite sure that we are going to improve on the production of water, and we will be able to distribute water to the needed community.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, Nadoli.
Right, and that's how we end today's edition of The Pulse. For more stories, log on to our website, myjoyonline.com. Poku Prempeh, that's the former Education Minister, confirms NIB interrogation over his tenure as the Minister for Education. Wontumi Aid, convicted in Galamsey bribery case, fined 200,000 Ghana cedis. Minority vows to resist return. Rerun of Ablukuma North, and we heard Dr. Komna who is backing the 1 Ghana cedi for levy, but says it shouldn't be in isolation. And Dr. Baumia has also been talking about that particular matter. Well, folks, That's our show for today. We shall be here tomorrow same time. But whatever you are up to in the hours ahead, I hope it's profitable. My name is Elton Robbie. Have a good evening and take care.